All right. Think we are rolling here. We're gonna get this up first. Bosh and hang on. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're actually gonna do this, and we are ready. Still gotta figure out how to get my little webcam window out of here. But this is how it is looking, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to live stream number 2 of the 2026 Concord Olympic Games in the International Sports Network. Marshall Emmert on your right, Matthew Giesecke on your left. We are just about a quarter of the way through the games here and coming to you live in the midst of what looks to be a cracking game of hockey. MG, what do we got going on? Did I miss this? Did Italy score on Sweden?
Yep. So Italy opened the scoring early. It was a mishandle by Gustafsson in net from Sweden. He lost his stick, and then an Italian—I don't remember which Italian player it was—had just a clean breakaway on him and slipped it past. Sweden then tied it up and went up 2-1. But just like 20 seconds into the second period, Italy tied. So
All
we
right.
have got some excitement happening here.
Brace yourselves. That is going to lead us nicely into our first talking point here, and that is the NHL players taken to the Olympic ice for the first time in 12 years.
Yeah.
And you and I have both watched a lot of the Olympics here over the course of the last maybe decade or so, but you certainly more so NHL than me. How big of a deal is this?
It's huge. I mean, it's the top athletes in the sport were barred from competition, and now they're back. The quality of play in the the Winter Olympics since 2000, was it 2006? Whatever year it was, the NHL was last in, was still very good. I mean, it was still very excellent. You had players from all across Europe, players from the NCAA, the lower division leagues in North America. But now, I mean, that's Sidney Crosby missing out on 12 years of the Olympics. That's these huge names who just didn't get to represent their countries, and now they are back. And of note, I would also like to point out, considering this Sweden-Italy game, Italy, the only squad that does not have any NHLers on their roster.
Well, we were talking about the way the ice was going to look in the lead up to this thing, and honestly, sounds to me like home ice advantage if I've ever seen it. We'll see if they can pull this thing out. We'll keep giving you updates as long as we are live. And as we have done all games long, I want to encourage you to just watch along with us, especially because we will have some live watch along commentary for you coming your way next week. Just wasn't really the week for it this week. Lots of preparation and just sort of life happening as you like. But in any case, let's run down everything that has occurred, at least of note in terms of the way that we provide our perspective here. I'm going to start with my sport here, and you feel free to jump in whenever you please, and then we'll shift down to hockey because we do need to talk about what's been going on the women's side as well. But in skiing, name Franjo van Ulmen. If you don't know it, you should by now. I mean, I was thinking that he was going to be good coming in for his Olympic debut, 2025 World Cup champion in downhill. My goodness, he has delivered golds in downhill, Super G, and the gold medal winning downhiller on the winning team combined squad in alpine skiing. He is just wild. He's crazy. He skis like a race car driver, to be terribly honest with you. But he's proven that he can beat world number one Marco Odermatt on pretty much any given day. He's new. He's brash. He's got this fearless, wonderful style. Really, really cool to see. Did you catch any of the downhill?
A little bit, not as much as I would have liked, but I did see a little bit of Franjo, and wow.
Yeah, he can just fly. He has the makings of a superstar if he's not already there. And I mean, it's a signal. We talked about what a watershed place downhill skiing and skiing in general is as a sport. You have a lot of the old heads, the greats, the veterans, if you like, retiring, but the unorthodox newbies really carving a path through the sport. And Franjo is just the face of it. And what a face it is. He is a strapping man. Let's shift to cross country here very briefly. more of the same. He's becoming a Verstappen-esque figure in this sport. Johannes Klæbo, the best cross-country skier on the planet, and approaching GOAT territory, the harbinger of yet more Norwegian cross-country dominance. Gold in the sprint for him. Fair play to Ben Ogden of the U.S., becoming the first American man since Bill Koch to medal at all in the cross-country events, much less a silver. A really, really great race from him. And he probably could have been even better if he wasn't trying to pace Klæbo in the semifinals of the sprint. But it was just such a cool moment to watch on that. I highly recommend you check the highlights out if you missed them. 50 years apart, the previous two medal-winning races for the American men.
Wow.
And the two of them both being family friends who grew up in the same hometown. So Bill Koch knows Ben Ogden very, very well and was cheering for him in this race. So a cool moment. Questionable choice of hair from Ben Ogden, it must be said, but hey, that's cosmetic. Doesn't take away from the race whatsoever. It was a great race. Wouldn't be remiss as well if he didn't mention biathlon bronze medalist Sturla Horn Lagred of Norway. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I watched this one happen.
Oh my goodness. Apologizing to his ex-girlfriend on air for cheating on air. Okay.
I love the Olympics. I love the Olympics.
He said,
anytime you get athletes with a microphone, it's just spectacular.
Saying something to the effect of he had the gold medal in life and he lost it. Like, something I guess just went wrong before the games. He had everyone's ear, so he thought, okay, let me just try and ask for this woman's forgiveness. She has responded up to this point. If the news is to be believed, they have talked, but she, quite rightly so, has not revealed the results of the chat for obvious reasons. The mad lad energy on Lagred, I just can't.
It's incredible. It's incredible. You can't, like, you couldn't script that. You could not put that in a movie.
No, and what an ending it would make. I hope it must have been pretty bad, the cheating, if for him to be motivated to do this. For the sake of the movie ending, I do hope they get back together. But honestly, she's totally within her rights to say no, since he did the cheating. You know, you played dirty, Sturla. You know, you deserve what you get. But for your sake, I'm hoping you get her back. In any case, biathlon has been crazy. That men's individual, by the way, a spectacular race. Eric Perot taking silver and a Norwegian gold. Another one.
With a perfect shooting.
Yeah, he was just insane. Thought for a moment we might be seeing a finish upset there, but it just wasn't to be.
Yeah.
Last two names on our downhill list. Got to mention Breezy Johnson, downhill gold for her on a great run. And, you know, obviously MG updated you on the Vaughn crash in yesterday's stream. Just no one saw that coming. Maybe the cynical ones out of the lot of us, but you know, it was just about as bad could be. Yeah. And Breezy getting that run done was some silver lining, I think, to downhill day for the American women. But she had 2 gold medal caliber downhill runs. Yeah. She was great in the team combined. But unfortunately for her, and no one saw this coming, Michaela Schifrin looking for Olympic redemption from 4 years ago. I mean, and if you watch the NBC broadcast, then you know just how crazy this moment was. I mean, they kept cutting back to her. Not unfairly so. She is the most decorated slalomer in the business, but kept cutting back to her. Look at that. Oh, she's putting on her right boot. Oh, look at that. She's putting on her left boot. She's doing a little bit of stretching in the middle of other people's races.
Gotta love those NBC broadcasts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the homerism is real.
It's insane.
But with the pressure that was on, lo and behold, everyone was shocked when she was skiing real tense and seemed to chafe under the pressure a little bit and ended up just laying an egg and finishing 4th again. And ultimately, Breezy's downhill run, unfortunately, getting wasted, and America won, finishing off of the podium. So Redemption going to have to wait for Michaela, but let this be a lesson that no matter how elite an athlete you are still affected by pressure. So,
Absolutely.
thoughts with Michaela. I mean, I think she's got a great head on her shoulders, an elite athlete for a reason. And I think once slalom competition starts in earnest, we're going to probably see her back on the podium.
Sure, I think so. I certainly think so.
All credit to Katharina Huber and Ariane Radler of Austria, who was they were both spectacular in the team combined. Team combined, a great Olympic event, a great showing in its debut in the games. All right, man. Let's talk about very quickly the women's hockey side of things. The American women, good news for us. They have
absolutely
put in
dominant
a show, but will they, in the lead up to the Canada game, we were thinking this is going to be close, but
I have been watching hockey a long time.
Yeah,
I have never at any level of competition seen a Canada team that outclassed, outskated, out physicality, out coached, just all around dominated by these US women. What's going on?
I don't know.
What is going on with Hockey Canada? The Canadians were without MPP. It's no Marie-Philippe Poulin, which it can't be understated, but she's not scoring 6 goals on her own.
At least not anymore. She's been doing this for a while.
This Canada squad is just old.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. We were talking off air about this. It ended. It was quite lopsided, by the way. 5-0 for the U.S. Correct.
First time Canada has ever been shut out at the Olympics.
Wow, just absolutely crazy.
Layla Edwards.
We shouted out Layla,
first Black woman to score a goal for the U.S. team at the Olympics. Let's go. 3 goals from Wisconsin Badgers in that game. Abby Murphy was an absolute pest, drew at least 3 penalties from Canada's side, was completely in their heads whole game.
A goon is not a gender.
Absolutely not.
Term, absolutely not. So great performance from the American women.
It's a definitive number 1 position in Group A for the U.S. We are going into the knockout stage as the number 1 seed. The rest of those matchups are to be determined, but the U.S. will be facing Italy in the knockout round.
Okay. Well, we'll see if Layla, Hillary Knight, and company able to find a way through and keep the good vibes alive. But we were talking off air about this Canada team. You said that their coach also seems to be displaying similar coaching inadequacies at the professional level.
Yeah, correct? In the PWHL, he's also the coach for the Toronto Scepters, who have also had some less player-related inadequacies as of late in their play. But you never can tell with these national team coaches, and hockey is such a back and forth, such a rapid paced game that little things can cascade and snowball.
Yeah.
It's hard to point the finger at any individual for the state of the women's side of Hockey Canada right now.
It's like a team. It's almost like it's a team sport. Who knew? In any case,
coaching is certainly an effect. They're also one of the assistant coaches is a coach for the Montreal Victoire, who have experimented with using 3 defensewomen on the power play at times. Personally, not a fan of that. You're on the power play. Why are you bringing another defender out there?
I don't know. I guess just immense fear of conceding on the power play.
Sure.
But that to me doesn't really justify that unorthodox strategy.
Questionable is the term I would use. Questionable strategy from Canada there.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see how this goes. But last result that we do need to tell you about. We already had an upset to begin the men's tournament, right?
Yes, we did. Slovakia beat Finland 4-1.
4 goals?
4 goals to 1.
Mhm.
Um, to call this to call Finland a heavy favorite going into this would be an understatement. This
Man,
Slovakia team, they're good. They're good. There's a lot of good players on the Slovakia team. I am by no means underselling them, but
right.
this is Finland we're talking about.
Yeah, one of the power, the
Yeah,
anticipated
one of the
powerhouses.
absolute powers of this tournament. I mean, the one of the four nations that played in the four nations show off whatever they called it last season.
The showcase,
Yeah,
one of those
what
terms.
are those words? I mean, it's an excellent Finland side, but this Slovakia team just showed up ready to go. Did not give the Finns any time to get comfortable, and we did our uniform preview. The Slovaks looked so good doing it.
I
I
mean,
love that mountain outline they have. I'm really high on these Slovakia uniforms.
it can give you a lot of confidence when you come in dripped out.
It's true. It's true.
And that's what the Slovaks have done. So fair play to them. That is the hockey situation. We're going to shift to speed skating now before we jump down to curling. The storylines of note for me, and you'll feel free to jump in and add any if you like. But on the very first day of competition, set the tone for the way these games have been. Francesca Lollobrigida earning Italy's first speed skate medal since Torino of '06, the last
Wow.
time the Italians hosted the games in the women's 1,000 meter, doing it on her 35th birthday as well in her final Olympic Games in front of the home crowd. And this was great.
Incredible.
Uh,
That's what these games are all about.
yeah, and it goes into the fact that the Italians do really seem like they have a real home crowd advantage here. They are doing some spectacular things across the disciplines, and Lola
Yeah.
Brigida just getting it started. We've been slagging off the NBC broadcast a little bit here. Fair play to the cameraman that got Lola Brigida's son on camera throughout that race, because
Great
that
moment.
kid is incredibly cute. But he was like kind of mirroring her movements and cheering her on. And they were talking about how, in between the last Olympics and this one, she had her kid. And it was a really great story. So do love to see it. It's what the games are all about, like you said, man. And that was the very first day of speed skate competition. Sander Etram of Norway, an incredible time in the men's 5,000 meters, an Olympic record to win the gold, and a well-taken point by Joey Sheik and company. The thinking going into that race was how deep that field was. And that being the case, you would need to get an OR if you wanted a gold. And Etram said, no problemo. I'm going to go ahead and just sort that right now. And won a very, very impressive gold medal. Final individual name of note. Little catch in my throat on this one. Jutta Leerdam, talked about how excited we were to watch her in the lead up to this. Gold in the women's 1,000.
Hmm.
Or excuse me. Actually, the Lola Brigida run was the women's 5,000. I think that's right. 3,000. Got there eventually. This was the women's 1,000. She had earned silver in Beijing behind Arger, Lair, and Jackson. Happy for her getting that gold. She had an incredible skate in that final race, and she goes in the 10th and final pair. As much as I have concerns over her attitude, and B, her taste in men, now is not the time to bring those up. We want to give congratulations to her fair and square. She did earn it. And shout out as well to her Dutch teammate, Femke Kok. Yes, that is her name. In that race too. She ended up getting silver in that. But Aaron Jackson and Brittany Bowe, the world record holder in the event and the defending gold medalist, just not enough for Team USA. Just a real bummer showing from the Americans. And speaking of, in the short track mixed relay, did you catch this race?
I did not. I missed
Oh my
this one.
goodness. You ready for this? All right. So watch that race.
Okay.
Both MG and you watching at home. A monumental collapse for Team USA in, I believe, their first 3 heats in the lead up to the semifinal. This is a team, by the way, that was expected to be in the A final, competing for the medal. They wiped out 3 times. and ended up finishing last in the semifinal when it cost them. They're just, and short track being a sport that has so many loopholes and just strange rules, the Americans kept, having to recover and get back in, and a team full of the best short track skaters in the world just couldn't get it done. And it brings up an interesting point. Much like hockey, I think this might be a bit of a facility issue. I've got to be honest. A lot of these maids of the operations of these games, and I think there's going to be some questions when they're all said and done. I don't know. What do you think on the hockey side of things? Do it look like the ice is playing a part?
The ice, I haven't noticed any issues with the ice really, as far as the hockey side is concerned. Canada definitely seemed to have some issues going on side, but I don't know if I can attribute that necessarily to the neutral zone being 2 feet short or just them losing their heads completely.
Right.
So I haven't noticed anything. Not to say that there aren't any issues present on the hockey side. I just have not observed anything.
Yeah, this is something that we're going to be keeping an eye on, something that we'll need to address. I mean, especially talking of speed skating, we got to talk about the wax situation in South Korea. But we'll get to that towards the end of the game. So we're going to keep the good vibes going for now. Speaking of good vibes, let's shift to one of your favorites. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on in curling.
Yeah. So just last night, Swedish siblings Rasmus and Isabella Rana claimed gold in the mixed doubles. They defeated the U.S.'s Corey Tice and Corey Dropkin.
Yeah.
And Corey Dropkin. The Swedes downed reigning champions Team GB 9-3 in their semifinal.
Bloody murder. Extreme shuffleboard.
Yeah, to get the gold medal.
That's cool.
Team USA just edged out hosts Italy 9-8.
Okay.
Sweden won that game, the one against the US 6-5, with an incredible shots to end from Isabella, just knocking the US's stones out of the scoring area and taking that win. Matisse is now the first American woman to medal in curling.
All right, go for it.
Big ups to her.
Awesome. Love to see it. So the double's done. Is it kind of individuals, if you like, now that gets started?
Yeah. Well, the men's, it's the mixed doubles is done. Men's is now going forward. The men's team and women's team.
Heard. Okay. Gotcha. All right. That's the curling update. It's just so it's so compelling. I don't know why. It's like ASMR. It's just fabulous.
There's nothing about the sport that should be so engaging and exciting. When you watch it when you take it at pure face value, there's nothing about curling that should evoke such emotion and intensity. But watch a curling tournament. Watch some of the curling this Olympics, and you will be transfixed.
This man has already gotten on his soapbox about curling. And so go back and watch the video or listen to that episode if you haven't already. But there it is. All right, let's go to snowboarding here.
Yeah.
Got to give a salute to the Japanese pair of Kimura and Kibata, who both got gold and silver in the men's big air final. These guys are just absolutely fearless. And that's definitely the case on the women's side, too. Had a Japanese gold in big air for Murase Kokomo, who absolutely defied physics on that final jump. Go back and give it a watch.
Great showing from Japan.
We're going to talk about the real crazy jumping here. I know there's something going on those hills. We'll get to ski jumping here in a matter of seconds, but that brings us nicely to talk about the hot mic controversy that made itself known over the weekend. Richards, what are you doing, man? This guy is one of the giants of the game here in terms of commentary. He's been doing Olympic snowboarding for years now. Multiple games, Todd Richards on this, and he knows his stuff too. But at the end of the big air final, having watched the spectacular performance of Kimura and Kimata, well, that was boring. Respectfully, sir, you are full of it. He had said that was a reference to the qualifying rounds being more exciting than the actual final. Yeah.
And that's a home run for Castellanos.
No. I appreciate that reference. But yeah, that's the vibe we're getting.
Yeah.
Naturally, just come on, man. That brings me nicely into I gotta go ahead and just let's get on the soapbox here for a second.
Yeah, do it.
NBC, what has happened, man? Like this used to be an immensely well-run, well-produced, well-engineered broadcast festival, if you like. But good Lord, especially on Peacock. Like
Yeah,
you are
it's
cutting, not only are you cutting out of the action of what is actually going on, the people that actually want to watch to show us homerism. We've talked about that already, but also just cutting to a commercial smack in the middle of somebody's run or in the middle of somebody's race. I just cannot believe it. It's so bad.
the parade of athletes was let's talk about all the places Shaun White has snowboarded.
Oh yeah, sure. How about it? Disgraceful from Shaun.
Terrible. It's terrible.
I don't care.
I don't blame him. I blame the NBC for sure. But like, it's just terrible coverage.
Yeah, well, it is in that. I mean, I think they probably should have known what they were getting with Shaun White, a great snowboarder who is, I think he is a good person. But think for a second, Carrot Top, about what is coming out of your mouth. Great. Like, we know you're the GOAT. Now shut your mouth and let's listen to the music. Like, I shut off the opening ceremonies halfway through because I couldn't do it. I switched to the world feed. Thank goodness I done that. Because, great. We know who Andrea Bocelli is, by the way. You don't actually need to explain that. Great performance from him, by the way.
Yes. Way better than Mariah.
And I mean, the performance the next day in the speed skating arena that the Italian fans gave, led by Francesco Lollobrigida, the aforementioned, singing Volare, was a better rendition than Mariah Carey gave us. Christmas is over. Go back into your hole, woman.
Oh man!
But this just a disgraceful showing from NBC's engineers.
At least we didn't have to listen to Hoda thirst after all the male athletes this time.
Yeah, she was. They contained her to the build-up, I think, which was a relief.
Yeah, wise call there.
Yeah. So yeah, credit there, I guess. Good grief, man! Like the engineers, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Producers, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Higher ups, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You have completely bungled this. I don't know who
I don't
pass the buck to, but this is your fault.
I don't want to be listening to or watching the Olympics on mute, but some of these events I've had to just cut the feed.
Well, you know what? The simple fix to that is just switch over to make sure you go the extra mile and get on the world feed on Peacock. Yeah. You still have the commercials, annoyingly, which is just the worst. But Dan Hicks, he's a swimming commentator normally, and he's not bad. I like Steve Perino as color on the ski race broadcast because Perino obviously knows what he's talking about, being a legend of the sport. But hats off to Nick Fellows. I want to go ahead and call him out. This is a guy who normally does commentary on the World Cup. They, I guess, didn't feel the need to give him a lower third when he is introducing himself at the start of every race. And the man has absolutely contagious energy. My wife, who has never seen a ski race before in her life on television, I believe, was into the qualifying and training runs that Nick Fellows was commentating over on the world feed for alpine skiing. So hats off to you, my friend. I want to see him do more stuff, to be terribly honest. And so it was refreshing to see somebody who actually knows what they're talking about and watches skiing regularly. And if you pair him up with a guy like Perino, who would be a really good color commentator, I think that's the way to go. But oh man, NBC, you have bungled it. And there's 11 minutes or 11 days of this left still. Just so there it is. Anyway, getting back on track. We haven't even touched freestyle skiing.
We have not, no.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too far into it just because we want to get you on your way and get you updated. Well, speaking of updates, by the way, can we get a score update on Italy, Sweden?
Sweden up 3-2. Oh, missed the goal. 2 minutes 45 left in the second.
Time flies. We're
Sweden
having
leads
fun, baby.
3-2. Shots are 41-11 in favor of the Swedes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we might have been prematurely excited about an upset here.
Well, we'll see. A lot can happen yet. There's still 22 minutes left to play.
Slope style skiing was great. And the women's mogul final this morning was absolutely incredible. Australia superstar Jakara Anthony, who basically everyone said this is her competition to lose, bungles it on the final run of the final race to give a surprise first goal to Liz Lemley of the USA, who also had a spectacular run. But basically, everyone was going down these slopes thinking, oh, crap, Anthony's still got to go. And so basically, we thought, Anthony's going to go kind of like a Schifrin situation. All right, we're building up to Anthony's run, and then Anthony makes a single mistake, and everyone just goes silent. And it was very, very, very fun to watch. I had a little bit of everything, both positive and negative emotions. All right, let's go down to a little bit of ski jumping here, which put on the best show I think I have ever seen of the times I've watched it in the Olympics. Nordic combined was fun. Before you tell us about the craziness of the mixed team jump, but Jens Loris Alfebro, I think, took home the gold in the cross country portion, even though he was he did enough on the ski jumping portion. But I was hoping for Christian Ilves of Estonia, because he kept pace considering for a really, really long time, considering he is a jumper first. But it came right down to the wire. Had a 3-horse race towards the end of that finish. But some good ski jumping to start the day. But the mixed team jump, holy moly, what happened there?
I mean, Slovenia. So first off, it was a 3-horse race off the opening jump. It was going to be Slovenia, Norway, or Japan.
Right.
No one else was even remotely in this competition. And it was just near perfect jump after near perfect jump from the Slovenian side. Just really just putting that stamp on why everyone considers them the best and the pinnacle of ski jumping.
Right. Fascinating. Yeah, just absolutely nuts. Go back and watch those highlights, along with, I'm convinced that Philippe Raymond of Germany actually did fly in the normal hill final. That
jump was unreal.
I know, it was insane. Like, and everyone knew it. It was one of those where, as a commentator, you get used to the flow of whatever it is that you're doing and whatever it is that you're commentating. And, you know what the beats are, something to the effect of what you're going to say next. But every once in a while, you get flummoxed. And Raymond flying off of that ramp shut everyone on that hill up. And when he landed the plane, he just nailed it. That's what good technique gets you, just defying physics itself. So well done to Raymond, a well-deserved gold. The large hill final still to come. And then a little bit of figure skating, which has been wild. And for whatever reason, as always with the Winter Olympics, seems like it's been kind of the center of controversy. Is it fair to say that?
Often, yes. First of all, backflips are allowed again for the first time in a very long time.
And a certain blonde-haired Russo American was like,
American.
Bet. Let me just pop it off real quick.
It's been. I mean, this kid is this 21-year-old. Ilya Malinin. Sensational figure skater. Never seen anything like him. Got a 200.03 in the team for the US to win gold, edging out Japan 69-68 on team points.
Oh yes. We do love a rivalry battle, and that was such a fun event to watch. Remind me, who finished bronze in that?
Italy with 60.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
host medal. Malinin ranks 1, moving into the single finals, which will be Friday. at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Definitely don't miss that.
Japan's Kageyama in second, and France's Xiao Him Fa rounding out the top three from
Ooh,
qualifying.
that yeah. Did they come from? Did it come from Vietnam? Like a Vietnamese father or
Um,
something like that?
that I don't know.
Interesting.
I would
I'll do
not be
some research on that.
surprised
Would be a
with
cool
Xiao Him
story.
Fa. Yeah, it would be. Ice dancing was going in the build up to this. I do not know the results of that one. I have not seen if that finished or not.
Well, you're gonna have to just do a little bit of legwork here.
Yep.
But there it is. Yeah, figure skating's so fun. Shout out to Amber Glenn too, being the first out LGBTQIA woman to
Let's
win
go.
a medal in Olympic figure skating, and choosing massively good like S tier hobbies. I think she's from what I read, she's a big Magic fan, Magic the Gathering fan, and I think she also was a consultant that was hired by the creative team of the legendary figure skating anime Yuri on Ice.
Wow.
So not
Awesome.
only that, she's also a weeb, which is just
One of us.
great. And she took the time, the press conference, to sneak in a dig at the Doom Cheeto. So you're going to get points every way to Sunday if you do that.
It's my the visceralness of my reaction when they showed JD Vance during the opening ceremony.
Oy vey. Oh, also,
I recoiled from the screen.
shout out Gus Kenworthy urinating an anti-ice message. And also,
his penmanship.
It was just fabulous.
Find the pictures. Find he writes better with his urine than I do with a pen.
Yeah, I don't want to get demonetized, so we're not going to pull it up here. But also, standing with Hunter Hess, a spectacular performance from him, not remotely close to being a loser, as the Doom Cheeto wanted to post. So, just gonna have to get that off my chest here. But love to see our American athletes standing up for what's right as well, and representing everyone, a la Bad Bunny in that Super Bowl halftime show. It's kind of weird in America right now if you're watching this around the world.
Yeah, things are. We're in a weird place. Our country's in a weird place.
Yeah, but we're talking sports, not politics.
Yep.
So fair play to everyone who did those things that we just mentioned, and we'll see more of it. But our storylines ahead before the next time we check in with you here on this platform. We got half pipe qualifying coming up. I believe it is happening as we speak. The name to watch in that one is, of course, Chloe Kim, young, decorated, and immensely talented. She is looking for yet more carnage. Naturally, pay attention to the men's hockey tournament, beginning with NHL players taking to the ice for the first time in 12 years since the 2014 Olympics, by the way, for those playing along at home. And also, we need to figure out what is going wrong with this Canadian women's team. Obviously, we had our theories, but we're going to see if we were right going forward. Skeleton getting started on the sliding track. Luja's crazier cousin, as well as bobsled. They are already commencing their early runs. We also have relay luge to look forward to. As if luge wasn't dangerous enough, let's add exchanges to it. Snowboard cross tomorrow morning at 7:45 Eastern. My personal favorite snowboarding event. I don't know about you.
I haven't seen much of it, so looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, that's the one where they're racing on ramps. Yeah,
excellent.
Go check that out for sure. Sprint speed skating for both the men and the women. We got to ask ourselves what the Americans have in response to the Dutch dominance, along with the Japanese and Chinese on the outside looking in. Michaela Schifrin still in the microscope, as we said, following Vaughn's crash. Does she have anything left in her tank?
I got to touch on something regarding the Lindsey Vonn crash. These winter sport athletes are just on another level. As I read that Lindsey Vonn, 10 days before getting airlifted out of the Olympics, was airlifted out of another competition that she crashed in.
Yeah, she crashed before, and she still tried.
Yeah, these winter athletes,
she's still different.
Yeah, like not absolutely not understating what summer Olympians do,
Yeah.
but you'll have like a summer Olympian sprained their knee, they'll never compete again. And then a winter has broken 130 of the 200 whatever bones in their body. Yet here they are doing it again. It's great that it's a level of just I don't even have the words for what these athletes do in winter sports.
I'm not even really sure a word exists to describe it, to be terribly honest with you. But I think
Yeah.
it's a very well taken point on your part. And this is why, if you're not watching, you absolutely should be. Um, so we have one final men's alpine event as well.
Yeah.
Have the giant slalom to look forward to. That's happening on Valentine's Day on Saturday. Because we're going to see, I don't think Von Allman is on the start list for that, but we shall see. It's certainly worth a watch because especially with how crazy the slalom in the team combined was for the women,
Yeah.
how many women crashed out on that. Going to be a different story up on Stelvio, of course, but we're going to see if the slalom lives up to its billing, or the giant slalom, excuse me, living up
Yeah.
to its billing. And before we go, one final look at the medal count. Let's see if I can pull that up here. We're going to share our screen. Boom. Bang. There's the medal count here. And we're going to pull this back up. We're figuring out this live stream thing. There's the medal count right
Yep.
here. Norway in front, predictably.
Yep.
But
No
equal
surprises
in the
there.
count is Italy. I think they're in third because they just have more bronzes at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody saw just how dominant they were going to be and just piling the medals up, always there. And then the Americans, 2 medals behind, 4 golds for us, 5 silvers, and 2 bronzes. I mean, I think there's already been a couple of medals that the American team was really counting on that they haven't really
Yeah.
gotten. So we'll see if this changes. It's been a long time since the Norwegians have been beaten in the Winter Olympics. So all we got to do is what?
7 golds already is quite a few.
And with more on the way. I mean, for one thing,
Yeah.
there's still more
Oh, yeah.
country skiing to be contested. So there it is. All right, man, let's get one final update on Italy, Sweden.
We are in second intermission, 3-2.
Okay.
So one more period. Tune into it. Turn on hockey. Watch some puck.
Yeah, we're going to do that right now. In point of fact, thank you as always, my friend, for joining me. We're going to be checking in again with you a little bit later on in the week, and then another one of these live streams around the same time as we get towards the end of the Olympics. And then, don't look now, the WBC is coming.
Right around the corner.
If you haven't already, hit subscribe to the International Sports Network. Follow us over on Spotify for our weekly episodes and get caught up on all things going on in the World Leagues for baseball, football, hockey, and yeah, by the way, don't look now as well. The Formula One season is 3 weeks away.
Everything's coming real quick.
Every single thing is coming. All right. Thank you, MG, as always. I love doing this with you, man. And thank you for watching at home. You are watching the International Sports Network. Much more Olympic coverage of the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games can be found right here on the International Sports Network. And we are out.